Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning and welcome. My name's Nurse Richard, the Wax Wizard. Thanks for joining me. Interesting a few cases here, a bit of everything, something for everybody in this one. The first one, this chap's been treated for an ear infection and you can see already the ear canal's quite wet, it's soggy, it's macerated, you can see that wet tissue there and, not tissue, it's just another word we're using for the skin there. And thankfully, there's a fine end tube this, but that deep plug of slimy discharge managed to get away fairly easily in one go. Because when you're treating an infection, if you're getting some drops or what have you, or spray in there, it's not going to work because it's not going to penetrate the areas that it needs to, because you've got that slimy plug in the way. So we managed to remove that. And yes, there was a little thin layer of stuff on the eardrum there. I did try and suction up a little bit of that with the finer, but it wasn't for leaving. But now that big plug's been removed, it can penetrate all the areas it needs to and finally get rid of that infection anyway, and that will work its way out on its own anyway. Second one here, very dry, and this lady had been experiencing some symptoms. Again, she could just say that she said that I could just feel that there was something in there. Didn't know what it was, but she could just feel something in there, and she wasn't wrong. You had this dry plug here which just got a little bit stuck as I was trying to just pull it there, so give it a bit of a wiggle and a little bit of a shake, and that hopefully should loosen it, which it does. If I remember rightly, it just left a little ring around the bottom that was a bit tricky to peel away. A little tail on the end of that, there you go. So yeah, she found her hearing was a little clearer after removing that and she felt less full, but I thought we'll get these little thin bits around the outside here, just help to prevent some further blockages in the future, you know, because it is very dry and I doubt it would work its way out very easily on its own anyway. So I thought we'll just try and peel that away. But as you can see, it's really dry. And the fine end tube we've gone down to here again. Always best for peeling little bits like this. And it's come up there nicely. I thought, oh, that's going to be easy, it's going to come out, but it didn't. It was just stuck on the base of the ear canal there. So I've ignored that bit that's flapping away then, trying to get behind it to that bit that's still stuck. Bit hard to see because of that bit misbehaving in front of me, but I finally got hold of it and it looks like it's just about to come that. But true to form, oh, phone's going off, sorry. Oh, they can wait. I only ever do one take in these videos, anyone who's been watching for a while will know. Whatever happens, happens. So I think I'm going to give up with this in a minute and think, do you know what, I could be mauling around with this for ages, let's just go, let's just get out there and get the forceps in and just pull that out. And it came out pretty easily. So here they come. The trusty crocodile forceps. Managed to grab that first time and give it a little shake and out it pops. Now there was the bits of dry skin again down there. I just suggested putting a bit of oil on that, to be honest, because it didn't look ready to be peeled off that. It was really dry, and if you peel something off before it's ready, it can expose skin that's not quite ready to be exposed to the outside world yet, or even start bleeding, you know, so it didn't look ready, that, so we left that there. Now this one, excuse me, fairly straightforward removal. We've got this kind of sludgy ball of earwax here. Now we've just lifted it up from the base there, but it's interesting what you see behind this when we remove this. So I said there's a bit of something for everybody in here. So it's just decided to jump in from the side there. So I started pulling it from the side and it's coming from the roof of the ear canal too. So what I'm going to try and do is keep that bit from the roof in the top of the suction tube and then join it up to the bit at the bottom there, therefore fully blocking up the tube. And just a little bit of persuasion and a little bit side to side and out it pops. Another wax baby safely delivered. A fairly big one actually. I was quite surprised at the size of that when I pulled it out. Yeah, and have a look down there. Now you can see those two white patches, can't you? You're thinking, what's that? The chap had grommets when he was a child. And grommets are tiny little tubes that you put through the eardrum, the surgeon puts through the eardrum. if there's a problem with could be glue ear, fluid behind the ear, repeated middle ear infections, just to allow it to drain through there. So that was that. And this last one, this chap said, as soon as I looked at it, I thought, have you put anything inside this? You know, it does look like a bit of a suspicious dint in this. Swore blind he hadn't. I'll take his word for it. I don't believe him, but I'll take his word for it. It does look like there's been something suspiciously pushed inside this. But I have to take people on face value what they say. So we're slowly lifting this up, and it wasn't far into this that I thought, this is sticky, sludgy, mashed potato type stuff that's just not going to come out very freely on its own, because you can see it's just stuck to the sides. I'm just moving it around really. There's not a lot suctioning up, and it's just blocking the tube. And I think it was just about here I realised, do you know what, you just need to put a load of oil in here. And that, again, do a few things. All you regulars will know this. It'll help to lubricate the inside of the tube, stop it getting blocked up. It'll help this plug stay together, and it'll also lubricate the side of the canal walls, meaning that it's much easier to pull out. Again, I've persevered with this for too long. I should have done it a bit earlier, looking at it again. But sometimes when you're in there, in the thick of it, so to speak, you just get your head down and carry on. Do you know what I mean? But looking back, hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? You think, I should have done it sooner. So here we go, finally got it in there. And just watch how quickly it does come out when you finally drowned it in olive oil. Again, the tube's not getting half as blocked now. It's quite deep in this as well. So hope you enjoyed this one. I know there's been, like I said, a bit of something for everybody in here. Stay tuned, I've got plenty more weird and wonderful ones to show you soon. And if you do like them, then click those buttons, tell me about it, whatever it. Give us a like, follow, subscribe, heart, share. All those things help me get seen by more people. Because I know there is a lot of weirdos out there who like watching this kind of thing. So let's find them, shall we? Now I think this is the last of the deep plug that's actually just going to jump up all at the same time. Hopefully with this one, there it goes. Managed to lift that. And bits of it are disappearing up the tube, so by the time you get it out of the ear, it actually looks a lot smaller than what it was. Because probably more than half of it ended up in the tank. I have been asked about tank shots in the past before, and it's a bit of a Marmite thing. Sometimes it goes down well, sometimes it doesn't. Look, this bit's just got a little bit stuck on the entrance to the ear, so let's just grab that one. And out that last bit comes. Big difference this chap noticed, and there is his eardrum after there. Nice and clear, so I hope you enjoyed that. But for now, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.